Afternoon IG, just finishing off a job, and I had an idea of a video. Well, technically I didn't have an idea. Insta down on the weekend done a 30 days of tools on a reel, and I really liked the idea, and I was thinking, how could I do it to suit my kind of style? I was thinking, because of my partnership with Dewalt, and in 30 days time I'm actually going up to Dewalt headquarters, so I thought from now until 30 days time I would do a series on a different tool every day, and to see if I got 30 Dewalt tools, and I have. So today's tool is going to be a compact saw, the Dewalt compact saw. This is a 115mm blade. I absolutely love this saw, and I've been using it today. It's a great little saw, and like I said, the reason why I bought it, I wanted to have a tool in the van that I could just hook up on my racking and not really think about it, and then obviously use it when I need to. And it fits lovely on my racking. And this is really good for cutting up sheet goods, you know, rough cutting and accurate cutting as well. Like I said, I've been cutting up some MDF today, and it's a brilliant saw. Definitely recommend it. I know the handle looks a bit weird, but it's really great and actually gives you more control, and you can see the line you cut in a lot better because you're actually standing back from the saw. So again, really recommend the saw. It's the Dewalt compact saw, 115mm blade. Go and check it out. So the second tool on the 30 days of Dewalt tools is the barrel grip 18V jigsaw. I've been more used to the D-handle jigsaw, but once they brought up the barrel grip one, I wanted to give it a go. I don't use it upside down like a lot of other people. I haven't mastered that skill yet, but I still find it a lot better to use it the right way around. You just can get into a lot tighter positions and you can move it around a lot easier. I absolutely love this. Definitely recommend it. This is the barrel grip jigsaw. The third tool on the list of 30 days of Dewalt tools is the random orbital sander, the 18V version. Again, brilliant tool, use this so much. I use this quite a lot on scribing. So when I'm scribing fillers, I always back bevel if I'm using the jigsaw or if I'm using the table saw. And then what I will do is I will fine tune it with the random orbital sander. I use 80 grit sandpaper on it, and you can just really get it to be absolutely crisp against the wall. And obviously I will use it then if I'm doing like oak worktops or with proper wood. But again, brilliant tool. Tool 4 on the 30 days of Dewalt are the 18V blowers. Obviously that's the new one. I've had this years. Julian was very kindly giving me this years ago, because when I worked with him, I laughed because he had a blower, and I said, what do you need that for? And he said, take it home, give it a go and tell me what you think. And I absolutely love it. It's perfect for blowing down driveways, even blowing down yourself at the end of the day to get all the dust off. Especially as carpenters, we get very, very dusty, so that is perfect for this. And like I said, it just makes the job so much easier when you can do a quick tidy and get rid of all the dust. And then I had this bad boy off Dewalt, and it's an absolute beast. Obviously, it's more for the gardeners and the more construction workers rather than people like me, but I still love it. And as you see in the next video, it can blow some serious power. So tool 5 on the 30 days of Dewalt tools is the Dewalt 18V power stack cut-off tool. So this is basically a small grinder. It's a 76mm blade, and this is perfect for tilers. I bought it because I want to be using it to cut all my wardrobe rails, and obviously it does give me the option then if I need to cut ceramic tiles and other metal material. It's a brilliant little saw. I have used it last week, and the next video will be showing me using it, cutting the rails. It's perfect. It also comes with this dust guard as well. Everything in the box, 2 18V 1.7 amp batteries, power stack batteries. Again, another brilliant tool by Dewalt. Afternoon IG. So day 6 of the 30 days of Dewalt tools is the 54V flexible table saw. You see this awful lot in my videos. It's a fantastic tool. I use on bedrooms for ripping down the fillers, on kitchens for the panels and the plinths, and for just general repeat cuts. It's one of those tools that you don't realize how much you will use it or need it until you actually buy one. There's a few features I really like about there. Is the onboard storage for the fence and the other tools. I like the handle on the side, so you can carry easily one-handed and have a hand free. There's a 210mm blade on it. And for extra runtime, I always try and pull the biggest battery I got, which is a 9 amp. It's got loads of power for whatever you need it to use. Like I said, I use a lot of MDF and chipboard, and it breezes through that easily. And also I do use it on softwood material as well. It's a fantastic tool, another tool I recommend by Dewalt. So tool 7 on the 30 days of Dewalt tools is the biscuit jointers. I have 2 biscuit jointers.
I got a corded one and a cordless one. I've had this now for about a year and a half. Julian very kindly gave it to me and I absolutely love it. What I tried to do is I use this one for the workshop and then use this one out on site. I use a biscuit jointed a lot, just for alignment, not so much the strength, but I just find it a lot easier if you work on your own to align your workpiece. And this mantle I'm building now, I'm just going to biscuit joint there using number 20 biscuits to align the workpiece. And if you put a power stack battery in, it gives you that extra bit of power. So tool 8 on the 30 days of Dewalt, because I missed yesterday because it was Sunday, is a 54 volt flex volt air compressor. Again, you see this a lot in my videos and I get a lot of messages about this. Why don't I just use a cordless nailer? I just prefer carrying the compressor and a nailer. I find the nailer is a lot more powerful. Okay, you have got the extra, you know, with the lead and to carry around, but I don't think it's a big problem, especially because it is cordless. It's easy to carry in a room. The nailers themselves are a lot cheaper. That's an 18 gauge nailer, but you can get the 15 gauge, a 16 gauge, 18s, and then the 23s as well, which I got all of them. So I just find it a bit more versatile, and like I said, they're nice and quiet, they're very light, and the only downside is that it's attached, you know, by a lead, but it's not a big problem. But again, another tool I really recommend. They have got an 18 volt one out, which I would like to have a look at, but this is the 54 volt one, so it's got loads of power, and it's a 10 litre capacity. So tool 9 on the 30 days of Dewalt tools is the Dewalt Flex Volt Track Saw. I've had this saw a very long time, and it's been battered and is still going strong. I don't use it as much as I used to, but I still use it when I'm doing second fixing. So if I got, for instance, oak veneer doors to do, I bring this saw out because it will rip through them, no problem at all. It's got loads of power, especially because it's battery. And I have got the long tracks as well. This is the 2.5 meter track, and I got the 1.5, and I've even got an 800 as well. Dust extraction on this is really good as well. But the main thing about the saw to me is the power, how much power it's got, especially because it's battery. And I had the 241 before I had this one again, loads and loads of power. And that is the Dewalt Flex Volt Track Saw. So tool 10 of 30 days of Dewalt is the 18 volt fan. I know it says 20 volt down there, but I had to import this from America because at the time when I bought this, they wasn't selling them in the UK, but now they are. And I know you might laugh at this one because we only probably have 1 or 2 weeks of good weather, and this week is one of those weeks where it is really nice outside and it is an absolute godsend. I do a lot of bedroom furniture, so when it's really, really hot indoors, this is absolutely amazing. And I know a lot of boys who do loft conversions use these quite a lot as well. It's absolutely brilliant. I've got a Flexo battery in there. It just gives it a bit more run time, and with a 6 amp battery in it, probably lasts all day. And it is really, really powerful. And it's quite quiet. It also, you can also tilt the head on it, and you can hook it up as well to rafters or some sort of hook. You can screw it up as well, which is quite nice. Again, it's a fantastic little tool. It's definitely a tool. Is the 18 volt fan. So tool 11 on the 30 days of Dewalt is the 1/4 inch router, especially the battery one. As you can see, I got a few different routers here. Them two are the same. It's just that one was 110 when I used to work on site, and the battery one wasn't out. And then that was a 240 that I kept in a workshop. This one is a trim router. This is absolutely brilliant. And I normally just keep the 3.2mm round over bit in there for when I'm rounding all the edges on the MDF. But this one is the one I keep out on site, and I would like to get another one of these. And then I have one for when I'm doing doors, when I'm routing the doors, and then another one then for, again, to set up for with a flush cutting bit or the round over bit. They're absolutely brilliant routers, and like I said, if you buy the full kit, all the different bases and everything comes with it. And if you put a power stack battery, it gives you that a little bit more power too. So day 11, the 1/4 inch router. So day 12 on the 30 days of Dewalt is the 18 volt belt sander. I'm ashamed to admit it, but I've never owned a belt sander except for this one. I asked Dewalt to send it out to me, and they kindly did. I got a few projects I want to try out on it. One of them is going to be this, to sand up this nice bit of oak. And also, I used it a couple of weeks ago on the flooring job, and I had to sand the floor. I had to get it nice and smooth. And also, I want to try it for scribing as well. I know a lot of boys use a belt sander when they're doing scribes to get them really, really good. So I want to also try that as well. Day 13 is the first fix nail gun. This is just about to come out, and I'm super impressed how much power it's got. I've got the original Gen 1, and it's got so much more power than that one. And again, it's really good because it fits in between the studs.
This is quite small, and as you can see, it fits in nice and easy. And it's got so much more power. So day 14 of 30 days of Dewalt is the 18 volt auto feed gun. I've had this many years now, and I couldn't do plasterboard without it. It's so much easier. Once you get used to it as well, you can get it really, really quick. I've used these since I was an apprentice, so I'm quite used to them, and this one is absolutely amazing. Also as well, you can take off the attachments, you can just use it just if you have any heads that are a little bit proud, and it also comes with another feature so you can do single screws as well. Brilliant tool. So day 15 on the 30 days of Dewalt is the new Cordless 18 volt power stack cordless router. I know a lot of people have been wanting this for a very, very long time, and it's here, and it definitely gives up to expectations. I've been very lucky enough to have this for quite a while on test, and this is the finished product. It's going to come as a full kit with two 5-amp power stack batteries and a charger, and everything you need is in the box. And I'm so impressed with it. And like I said, I know I've been doing some tests on it and doing some videos, but I think it's just one of those tools you don't know how good it is until you get there. So if you are in the market for a new router, especially a cordless 1/2-inch router, make sure you check out this one, because you will not be disappointed. And here it is. This is the 18 volt grabber lifter. So this is for lifting really awkward and heavy objects. And I got one here. This is a full sheet of 18mm MDF. Working on your own, these can be really challenging, but with this, it's going to make it a lot easier to lift. And when we went to the Dewalt day, we was using this to lift patio slabs and tiles. Like I said, this is going to be great for tilers. We're lifting them big, 1 meter by 1 meter tiles. Just going to do a demonstration here. First off, you turn it on. Got digital display. Put it where you need to. Press the green button. Let it do its magic. And then you just lift it. Really easy. It's a lot more comfortable. And try and get it past your shoulder. And then when you finish using it, press the green button again. And then you press the red button to release it. But also, I'm going to be using it for when I'm doing like wall paneling as like a third hand. So I can put it to one side of the room. And then I can get my paneling, and I can rest my paneling to get it all nice and level. My mind is racing of how many amazing things I can do with this tool. So it's definitely going to be useful to me. It should be useful to you. Day 17 of 30 days of Dewalt is the tool that will probably get you into the battery platform, and that is an 18 volt impact driver and an 18 volt combi drill. I'm very lucky I got the McLaren one, especially from the weekend. These are actually back in stock in Screwfix at the moment, and I did have a few messages about these, so make sure you go and pick one up before we go to stock again. Also, Dewalt have got the 100-year anniversary drills out as well. I got 2 sets of them. One was a 5-amp, one was the 4-amp. And also, Dewalt are going to be bringing out some really nice impact drivers for all different types of work. I'm going to be really interested in the hydraulic one, because it's just a lot quieter for the kind of work I do. So when that comes out, I'm going to be definitely getting that. So day 17 is the impact driver and the combi drill. So I finished for the day now, and I've got some pricing to do tonight. So I just had to make sure that I got a digital measurer, and that is day 18 of the 30 days of Dewalt is the digital measurer. I absolutely love this thing. I've had many over the years, but this one is really good. This is the 30 meter one. It's nice and small. I always keep it in my side pocket. It's great for measuring long walls. I use it when I'm doing skirting board as well, but mainly I use it for doing pricing jobs. It's just so quick and easy. Sometimes when you go to price jobs, you can't get to the other side of the room because stuff is in the way, but with this, you just tap it on one side and it shoots a beam to the other. It's absolutely fantastic. So day 18 is the digital measurer. Day 19 of the 30 days of Dewalt is the oscillating tools. I have two. I have the 18 volt version, and I recently had this one. This is the 12 volt one. So I'm using this one for more first fix stuff, and then this one for the second fix, because it runs a little bit slower. It just seems to cut a little bit neater, and I'll be using it to cut out the access panels. The triggers are really nice on these. One is quite unique, is the triggers. So it's a variable speed trigger, and you can get some really good deals on these at the moment as well, and you can get full kits as well. But comes with all the accessories you need. So day 19 is the oscillating tool. So day 20 of 30 days of Dewalt is
the Mitre saws. I'm very lucky enough to have 3. This is my original one that I bought many years ago. It's a 250 blade one. Now it stays in the workshop, and I use it in the workshop. Then I bought this one. This is the small 18 volt trim saw. It's a 184 blade, and this is absolutely fantastic. This stays on the van constantly, and I use this probably 90% of the time. But then I was very lucky that Dewalt sent me the big 305 saw. This is the flexible one, so it's the 54 volt single battery one, not to be confused with the dual battery one. And again, this is an absolutely brilliant saw. I have loads of messages about Mitre saws, and all people always say, which saw should I buy, John? If you was going to buy one saw to do absolutely everything, this is the saw you need. This will absolutely everything. It does the rebating. It's got the depth for all the big timbers, and it's very, very accurate. I use this on kitchens on the big cornice, and it cuts it brilliant, and it's cordless. Personally, if you had a choice, I would buy this saw, and then I'd buy that one, because this is so light and small, and like you forget you got in the van half time. Like yesterday as well on the job, I had this saw set up on my bench, and I had this one on the Mitre station, and I was using them both at the same time. So day 20 is the Mitre saws. Day 21 of the 30 days of Dewalt is the laser levels. This is the latest one I've got. This is a green 2-way laser on the 18 volt battery platform, and I also got a green 3-way laser on the 12 volt battery platform. This one I normally use on my bedrooms, and then this one I use on the kitchens. I also use it as a Dewalt laser pull as well. I find doing kitchens, this is essential bit of kit for doing the bottom units and the top units for the adjustment. And I find that there's so many uses for lasers now, even when just putting door linings. I know a lot of boys have put the door linings in with the lasers. It's a vital part to your kit, and I couldn't live without it. So day 21 is the laser levels. So day 22 of 30 days of Dewalt is the radio. And I know you might think that the radio is not a tool, but I think it is the most important tool. It's the first thing that comes off the van in the morning, and the last thing that goes back on. I could not be without the radio. It just gets you going, especially on a Friday afternoon. It's time to connect it to the phone and get my playlist going and get me through the rest of the day. This is the T-Stack one. This is absolutely brilliant. They got so many variations of the radio out there, but this is my favorite because it clips to the system. So day 22 is a T-Stack radio. And just because I've been using it, day 23 of the 30 days of Dewalt is this little vac. Dewalt do a few different vacs out there, but I absolutely love this one. It's very cheap considering what it is, and this is my favourite little vac, especially for doing jobs like this. I've just been hoovering up around last section now before I put a panel, but for cleaning out cupboards and for the last minute cleanups on jobs when you take up all the floor protection, this thing is awesome. It has got a nice little light on it as well, so you can see what you're doing. So when you're getting into the dark corners, it just helps you find all the bits. This comes as a full kit as well, so it comes with all the accessories, so you can actually use it as a proper vacuum cleaner. But this is absolutely brilliant for the price of it. So day 23 is an 18 volt vac. Yes, it's that time of day as well. Day 24, the 30 days of Dewalt are going to be lights. I have lights here, and I have a light over there. I think lights are so important on jobs, especially in the winter months when it gets really dark and depressing outside. This is the latest one I've had. This is the half-size tough system lighting system. That's a mouthful. With this half-size open tote, which is absolutely fantastic. It comes as a kit. These are 2,000 each, so 4,000 in total. You can turn them down because they are very bright, and they also swivel down, and you can store them really easily. I keep this in a van constantly, so I've always got light if I need to. And then I've also got this domed one as well. This is 5,000 lumens. This is a brilliant light if you want to light up big areas. So day 24 are the Dewalt lights. Day 25 for the 30 days of Dewalt, we nearly there, is the SDS drills, and especially the 12 volt SDS. I absolutely love this thing, and since I had this, I don't really use the 18 volt one much anymore. Just because of the kind of work I do, I don't need all that power. This thing is so compact and so easy, so light as well, and it's got loads of power considering it's only a 12 volt. For kitchens and bedrooms, this is all I need. So if you are in the market for a small SDS, check out the 12 volt SDS from Dewalt.
Day 26 of 30 days of Dewalt is the heat gun. This is the cordless 18 volt heat gun. And I know you might think, oh, that's a bit strange for a carpenter, kitchen fitter to have. But honestly, since I've had this, I've used it loads and loads of times. I first started using it when I was doing edging on site. So instead of taking an iron on site, I would use this to heat up the edging and then put it onto the bare MDF. But also in kitchens, you know, a lot of the time you've got to edge some of the material, and this is perfect for that. It's cordless, you don't need to carry an iron around, and it's really good. And I'm finding more and more uses for it all the time. So day 26 of 30 days of Dewalt is the 18 volt heated gun. Day 27 of 30 days of Dewalt is the 18 volt silicone gun. I've been using this an awful lot recently. I've been doing a lot of paneling, and it's great to get a lot of adhesive on the wall. And I'm going to be using it here. I've got to stick another panel on this wall and then connect it to this other panel that's connected to the unit. So to get a lot of adhesive on the wall as quick as possible, this is absolutely amazing. Day 28 of 30 days of Dewalt is a compact recip saw. The kind of work I do, I don't use this often, but when I do need it, I'm glad I got it. I've got to take this frame out to put another lining in, and the best way to do that is to cut it in half, and the best tool to use for that is this. Day 29 of 30 days of Dewalt, we are nearly there, is the second fix nail gun. I've had this many years and put in a lot of nails with it. It's absolutely amazing. No smelling of gas, no loud bangs, really light and compact, especially with a power stack battery. So day 29 is the nail gun. So day 30 or 30 days of Dewalt is Dewalt storage system. There's no point having all these fancy tools if you haven't got a good storage system to keep them in. So it could be the Tough System boxes, the T-Stack boxes, or the new DXL boxes. Dewalt have you covered. I got a mixture of everything from the Tough System radio to the T-Stack radio to the Tough System charging box to the Tough System light, all the T-Stack drawers, and now the DXL boxes. So day 30 or 30 days of Dewalt is the storage system.